is, what do we do if we see people out there spreading misinformation about CBD and nutraceuticals? Should we report them? Erica, what do we do here if we see people making egregious claims?
Well, I mean, you can report them to the FDA, but in my history of having companies do that, they don't usually take action, right? They're going to say there's too much stuff on their plate to do it. But there are other avenues. If you're a competitor, for instance, you could file a lawsuit under the Lanham Act for false advertising. So if the companies were competitors, if you're just an individual trying to put an end to that, the Lanham Act wouldn't be a viable option for you. But there'd be a class action, especially in the state of California, CLRA. There'd be that option in any state if there's false information out there.
Thank you. Thank you for that. So, yeah, that's interesting. You know, for me, I see things out there that drive me bananas, people making really, really egregious claims. And what I usually do is I complain at the dinner table to my wife and daughter about it. I've never personally reported anybody, but really that's the goal of, you know, it's interesting because that's really the goal of today's talk, and also these ongoing educational webinars and events that I like to host is, let's all come together as a community to educate about compliance, what's okay and what's not okay, so we can all raise the tide together, and maybe hopefully that company who's making this, you know, hypothetical egregious claims, their friends or their colleagues will say, hey, you shouldn't do that. That's been my approach to this.
I'm with you, Asa. I think that it's just ignorance. And I think that it's people coming into this space that won't be here for very long. It's people that are trying to make a quick buck on, you know, the CBD craze or, you know, the medical marijuana craze or whatever it might be. I think that people that are legitimate and are in this for the real reason, which is to help people, are going to very quickly learn. They're going to have a good attorney like Erica. They're going to have friends in the industry. They're going to attend your sessions, and they're going to quickly learn what is allowed. I came from outside the industry. When I first started, I had no idea that you couldn't message supplements like you could pharmaceutical drugs. I didn't know about Duché. So that was my first learning right when I came in was, no, you can't say that. I remember arguing with you, Asa, over, I can't say a cold? What do you mean I can't say a cold? Like, that's just so common. And you're like, nope, a cold is considered a condition and you cannot say a cold. So I think it's just a matter of people educating themselves in this industry in general. And, you know, as a company in the supplement industry who also plays in the CBD world, it is frustrating because you see all these new people coming in that don't know the rules. And you see that on labels, you see that in advertising, you see that in almost everything they do. And eventually they put themselves out of business.